Imagine walking through an abandoned cemetery, where every shadow moves, and the silence feels alive. Broken tombstones and overgrown paths hide secrets no one was meant to see. Today, we'll explore America's most haunted cemeteries, places with footsteps behind you, whispers in the dark, and cold touches from unseen hands. Are you ready to face the unknown? 1 St. Louis Cemetery No. 1. In the heart of New Orleans lies St. Louis Cemetery No. 1, one of the most haunted cemeteries in America. This cemetery has stood for centuries, holding thousands of souls within its crumbling tombs. But among them, the most famous grave belongs to Marie Laveau, the legendary voodoo queen. Locals say her spirit still roams these grounds, guarding her secrets and watching over visitors who dare to step too close. People who have visited tell chilling stories. Some feel a sudden cold breeze that follows them, even on the hottest days. Others hear whispers when no one is near, or see shadows moving just at the corner of their eyes. One tour guide shared that during a night tour, he felt a tug at his jacket, like someone invisible was trying to get his attention. When he turned around, there was no one. Visitors often leave notes, coins, or offerings at Marie Laveau's grave. Many report strange experiences afterward, shadowy figures appearing in their homes, lights flickering on and off, or an unexplained sense of being watched. Some even claim they've heard whispers calling their names in the middle of the night. St. Louis Cemetery No. 1 is more than just a cemetery, it's a place where the line between the living and the dead seems to disappear. Walking among the tombs, you can feel the weight of history, the whispers of past lives, and the eerie presence of spirits that refuse to rest. Step carefully, because in this cemetery, some things are better left undisturbed. If you're enjoying these creepy stories, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more haunted explorations. 2 Resurrection Cemetery. Just outside Chicago lies Resurrection Cemetery in Justice, Illinois, famous for the chilling legend of Resurrection Mary. Mary is said to be the ghost of a young woman who died tragically many years ago, still wandering the roads near the cemetery in her white dress. Locals have reported seeing her walking along the streets, only to vanish when approached, leaving behind a cold, eerie silence. Visitors to the cemetery share spine-tingling experiences. Some hear footsteps following them on empty paths. Others feel a sudden chill, as if someone unseen is brushing past. One night, a group of teenagers exploring the grounds claimed they saw a figure in white standing near a tomb, staring silently before disappearing into the darkness. People believe that Mary isn't the only spirit here. Many graves date back decades, and overgrown tombstones and broken statues give the cemetery a haunted, forgotten look. Some night tour guides have reported objects moving on their own, whispers that can't be explained, and even faint cries echoing through the trees. Resurrection Cemetery isn't just a place of rest, it's a place where the past refuses to stay buried. Walking here, you can feel the presence of those who never left, and the stories of Resurrection Mary serve as a chilling reminder. Some spirits linger, waiting for those daring enough to cross their paths. 3 Bachelor's Grove Cemetery. Hidden in the woods of Midlothian, Illinois, lies Bachelor's Grove Cemetery, a small, abandoned burial ground with a chilling reputation. Though it looks quiet and forgotten by day, locals warn that at night, the cemetery comes alive with strange lights and ghostly figures. Many visitors report seeing shadowy figures among the trees, flickering lights near tombstones, and even full apparitions. One family visiting at dusk said they saw a woman in old-fashioned clothing walking silently across the cemetery, disappearing into the darkness before they could get close. Photographers claim that cameras often capture unexplained orbs, shapes, and faces that weren't visible to the naked eye. Night tour guides speak of eerie feelings, an invisible presence following them along the paths, footsteps echoing in empty areas, and sudden chills with no explanation. Bachelor's Grove Cemetery has been abandoned for decades, yet its legends endure. Walking among its broken gravestones and overgrown paths, it's easy to feel the restless spirits around you, reminding you that some places are never truly empty. 4 Hollywood Cemetery. Hollywood Cemetery in Richmond, Virginia, is famous not only for its historical significance but also for the ghostly encounters reported here. This sprawling cemetery holds the graves of Confederate soldiers, politicians, and notable locals, many of whom are said to still linger among the monuments. Visitors have reported hearing whispers in the wind, seeing figures in the mist, and even sensing invisible hands brushing past them. One night, a local caretaker shared that while checking the grounds, he saw shadows moving across the hill, yet no one was there. The cemetery's winding paths and old, leaning tombstones create a haunting atmosphere. Tourists and paranormal investigators alike report strange sounds, sudden cold spots, and feelings of being watched. Some even claim to have seen apparitions of soldiers and women in 19th-century attire wandering the grounds. Hollywood Cemetery isn't just a resting place, it's a silent witness to history and the unexplained, a place where the spirits of the past continue to make their presence known. 5. Greenwood Cemetery. Greenwood Cemetery in Brooklyn, New York, is a historic and haunted resting place, famous for its elaborate mausoleums and scenic yet eerie landscapes. Beyond its beauty, locals tell stories of ghostly sightings, strange shadows, and unexplained footsteps echoing through the grounds. Visitors have shared experiences of seeing figures in Victorian clothing gliding silently between tombstones, while others have heard faint cries and whispers coming from empty corners. Photographers often capture strange orbs or mist in photos that cannot be explained. Some report that even during the daytime, the cemetery has a heavy, almost oppressive atmosphere, as if the spirits are aware of every movement. Night tours often reveal chilling experiences, cold spots, sudden gusts of wind, and fleeting glimpses of shadowy figures disappearing before your eyes. Greenwood Cemetery stands as a haunting reminder, even in a city full of life, the dead can leave an unforgettable mark on the living. 6. Silver Cliff Cemetery. High in the mountains of Colorado lies Silver Cliff Cemetery, a small and eerie graveyard with a long history of strange occurrences. Locals speak of ghostly lights hovering above the graves at night, and travelers passing by have reported hearing footsteps on empty paths or seeing shadows moving through the trees. Some visitors claim that cameras capture unexplained orbs and glowing figures that no one can explain. A hiker once shared that while exploring the area near the cemetery at dusk, he felt as though invisible eyes were following him. The air suddenly grew icy, and he could hear faint whispers carried by the wind. Even though the cemetery is small and mostly abandoned, its legends have made it a popular spot for paranormal investigators and curious visitors. Walking among the crumbling tombstones and overgrown grass, you can't shake the feeling that some spirits refuse to rest quietly, waiting for someone brave, or foolish, enough to notice them. 7. Union Cemetery. Union Cemetery in Easton, Connecticut, is famous for the legend of the White Lady, a ghostly figure often seen hovering near the graves at night. People say she appears suddenly, dressed in white, her face pale, watching silently before vanishing into the shadows. Visitors often report strange phenomena, cold spots, footsteps on empty paths, and sudden feelings of dread that make them turn around instinctively. One night, a group of teenagers claimed they heard whispering voices calling their names while exploring the cemetery, only to find no one nearby. The cemetery is old and overgrown, with broken headstones and leaning monuments adding to its haunting atmosphere. Paranormal investigators frequently document eerie orbs, unexplained sounds, and fleeting shadows caught on camera. Union Cemetery is a chilling reminder that some spirits linger long after life ends, and the White Lady's presence keeps the living aware that the dead are never far away. 8. Stull Cemetery. Stull Cemetery in Kansas is infamous across the United States as one of the most haunted cemeteries in the country. Locals claim it's cursed, and legends say it is a gateway to hell itself. People report seeing dark figures, strange lights, and feeling a cold, oppressive presence as they enter the grounds. Visitors share terrifying stories. One night, a group exploring the cemetery reported hearing growls and whispers in the dark, and the gate they had entered through was mysteriously closed when they tried to leave. Others say they've seen shadowy figures dart between tombstones, disappearing as soon as you look directly at them. Despite, or perhaps because of, its terrifying reputation, Stull Cemetery attracts thrill seekers, paranormal investigators, and curious travelers. Walking among its gravestones, you can feel the weight of countless legends pressing down, reminding you that some places are better left alone. 9. Boot Hill Graveyard. Boot Hill Graveyard in Tombstone, Arizona, is a relic of the Wild West, where outlaws, sheriffs, and pioneers found their final resting place. The cemetery is famous for its violent history, and locals say that the spirits of those who died here haven't all moved on. Visitors report hearing footsteps on gravel paths, even when the cemetery is empty. Some claim to see ghostly figures reenacting gunfights or shadowy men wandering near their graves. Photographers often capture unexplained orbs or mists hovering above the tombstones. Boot Hill Graveyard's weathered wooden markers and dusty surroundings give it a haunted, cinematic feel. At night, the silence is broken only by the wind, and sometimes by the faint echo of the past, a reminder that even in death, the stories of Tombstone's infamous residents live on. 10. Howard Street Cemetery. Howard Street Cemetery in Salem, Massachusetts, sits in the shadow of the town's infamous witch trials. Many graves date back centuries, and the cemetery has long been associated with strange happenings and ghost sightings. Visitors have reported seeing figures in old-fashioned clothing wandering the grounds, hearing whispers that seem to come from nowhere, and feeling sudden cold spots on warm days. Paranormal enthusiasts claim to capture orbs and shadowy shapes in photographs, sometimes in areas where no one was present. One local shared that while visiting after sunset, she felt a presence standing behind her, but when she turned, no one was there. Howard Street Cemetery is not just a resting place, it's a window into the past, where spirits of history linger and remind the living that some secrets are never truly buried. Those were America's creepiest abandoned cemeteries, places where the past never truly rests, and the spirits still linger. If you dare to visit, remember, some things are better left undisturbed. Which cemetery would you explore, if you were brave enough? Comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling stories.